Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are discussing the food science and technology, in which today we will discuss the properties of the proteins. Yeah, the performance of the protein in the human body. As the protein are the nitrogenous organic compounds containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. It also contains some traces of other elements such as zinc, sulfur, etc., depending upon the type of the protein. It provides energy to the body after the digestion, after the utilization of the carbohydrates and fats. It provides support, structured support to the animals because it is the integral part of the bone and teeth formation. It provides around 4 kilocalorie per gram energy if oxidized. It is present in plant and animal both sources. In plant sources, if it is obtained from the plant source, it will be termed as the low biological value protein or the incomplete protein because it will lack some essential amino acids which are required for the growth, maintenance and repair etc. of the body. And the high biological value protein or the complete protein are those protein which are obtained from the animal source, such as the meat, fish, poultry, eggs, milk and other products which are obtained from the animal source. They contain all the essential and non-essential amino acids in sufficient amount, and there is no need to be taken it in the form of supplements to meet the body need. Remember that the enzymes, antibodies and hormones are made up of proteins. Enzymes enzymes speed up the rate of reaction of the substances and don't undergo any change. Hormones regulate the body functions of the various organs of the body, and antibodies fight against the diseases. If it is obtained from the plants, it will be low in quality, and if not consumed in sufficient amount for a prolonged period of time, its deficiency can cause a disease called kwashiorkor, the severe form of which is the marasmus, that is in which the softening of the bones takes place, and that will lead to even eventually to the death in some cases, because several thousand people die every day due to its inadequate supply to the body. The food scientists are engaged to prepare some cheap sources of the proteins or to prepare some proteins from the cheaper sources, such as they are involved and interested to prepare the protein from the dried milk. But the problem over here is it's expensive and is not digestible by all. The second source is the fish flour. All fish are not eaten by the people. That's why they are grinded and flowed by the food scientist to prepare protein from it. If it is prepared in the case of the cereal formulation, the maize, sorghum and cottonseed flour. This can be prepared from the maize, sorghum and the cottonseed flour, which is a good source of proteins. In India, it can also be prepared from the peanut proteins, hydrolyzed starch syrup and the milk which is obtained from the cow or the buffalo. That is, in India, it is obtained from the peanut proteins, hydrolyzed starch syrup, and uh, cow or buffalo milk. They are blended, they are mixed, and protein is prepared from it. It can also be obtained from the petroleum waste, that is, from the paper or from the other petroleum products, if the microorganisms are grown on it, such as the grow or the cultivation of the yeast and the petroleum wastes, they can provide us the rich source of the proteins. But the problem is, if it is not refined properly, it is feared that it can cause cancer. It can prove carcinogenic, which is limiting its utilization. Remember that in some other cases, some different products are prepared to meet the deficiency, to overcome the deficiency of the proteins, such as the cereals contain from 7 to 14% proteins, while the legumes contain 20 to 40% proteins, and if the blends are prepared from it, it can help to meet the needs and can provide the required amino acids and proteins in sufficient amount to the body to regulate the body functions. Protein supplements are also utilized. If something is missing, it is added to the food and it is utilized. So the blends are more helpful in this regard, because if it is deficient in one type of the food or the commodity, it can be obtained from the other type of the food or the commodity, which are mixed, blended and prepared into a new product, and is then utilized and provided to the consumers for to serve the food and to meet the need. This was all about the properties of the protein, functions of the proteins, or the role of and performance of the proteins in the human body. If you have any question, you can ask. I will appreciate your questions. Thank you.